is something most people never think about until they're in the middle of it. Lenders don't all manage debt collection the same way. Some lenders manage everything internally by themselves. Their own team handles the process from the first missed payment through to resolution. Other lenders would refer the account to an external collection agency. These are specialist firms contracted to continue the process on the lender's behalf. The key thing to understand here is that the debt still legally belongs to the original lender. The same consumer protections apply. The agency is acting as an extension of the lender, not as an independent operator. And then there's a third stage that catches people off guard, and that's the debt sale. Yes, your debt can be sold to someone else. In some cases, lenders will sell overdue accounts to a third-party debt buyer, often at a discount to the original balance. And at that point, ownership has transferred. The debt buyer holds it outright and pursues recovery in their own right. But regardless of where a debt sits in that journey, the single most important variable, the single most important thing is whether or not you engage. Let's make this practical. If you receive contact from a debt collector, a letter, a text, a call, here is a straightforward approach. The first step is just treat it as information, not a threat. Contact is the start of a conversation. Information gives you options. Ignoring it removes them. The second step is just confirm that the debt is yours. You have the right to request written verification. Who was the original creditor, balance, date of default? A legitimate collector will provide this without hesitation. The third step is that it's good to know whom you are actually dealing with. Is this debt being collected by the original lender's internal team? Is it being collected by an external agency? Is it a debt buyer? The answer shapes what flexibility may exist and who the right contact person is for resolution. The fourth step is being honest about your situation. If you're experiencing genuine financial hardship, job loss, illness, a significant change in your income, please just say so. Hardship provisions are a designed part of the system. They exist precisely to support in times of financial difficulty, and the lenders apply them on case-by-case basis. And the fifth step is get every agreement in writing. Any payment plan, settlement, or deferral you agree to, confirm it in writing. This protects you and creates a clear record for both sides. Then the sixth one is know where to escalate if something feels wrong. If the contact feels excessive, the amount does not match what you believe you owe, or the conduct feels coercive, you have escalation paths. Just ensure you know where to escalate. And most people know how to access credit. Very few people understand how debt behaves when life changes. And that gap between getting credit and understanding what happens when things go wrong is where the real damage tends to occur. Not because the system is designed to trap people, but because people are navigating it without a map. Debt education is meant to close that gap. When people understand how missed payments escalate, how credit files work, how early action changes outcomes, and how the system is actually structured, they make better decisions, not just in a crisis, before one ever arrives. And that's what this channel is for. Trusted, publicly available resources already carry a lot of this information if you know where to look. Part of what I want to do here is just to help more people find it before they need it. And as I conclude, I just want to say that debt collection is not an enemy. It's a structural part of a credit system that allows lending to exist fairly and sustainably, one that most of us rely on at some point in our lives. Fear grows in the absence of information. And today, we've just replaced quite a bit of it. If this was useful, share it with someone who would benefit. And subscribe, because this is exactly the kind of thing most people don't encounter until they need it. And by then, they wish they had known it sooner.